In today's video, I'm going to be showcasing the Farmer's Delight add-on for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. This will add 50 food to the game. And not only will this add food, but this will add cabinets as well. You can go ahead and store anything inside of these. This right here is the crafting recipe. You just craft the trapdoor according to the wood type, so it's the same thing for all wood types. When you finish watch this full guide, you'll know how to use the cooking pot and craft all of the foods inside of the game. So let's begin. So the two most important things that you have to craft is a cutting board and a knife. The flake knife is simple to make and easy to get started. However, there's other knives that you can craft. So you just put the ore or the ingot of choice with a stick at the bottom and you'll get the knife. Now this will add 4 new crops to the game, including tomatoes, onions, cabbage, and rice. For some reason I can't plant rice, I'll have to look for the wild rice. Speaking of wild, all of these crops come in wild variants. And you can find all of these crops scattered throughout your world in different biomes. You'll find wild tomatoes in the savanna biome. You'll find cabbage and beetroots near beaches and rivers. Onions and carrots near jungle swamps. And you'll find potatoes near oak, dark oak, and birch forests. So if I chop a log on a cutting board, I'll get bark. And if you come across rice in your Minecraft world, you want to harvest it because you'll get this, the rice panicle. So all I have to do is take the rice and just take a knife, any knife, hit it just like that, and you'll get straw. And this is the key ingredient to making compost. That is what we'll need to grow these crops. So there's 2 crafting recipes for the compost. This is the first one, and then this is the second one. Both will make the same compost, so it doesn't matter. Place these down, and over time it'll slowly turn into this rich soil. And this one is turning really quickly. Maybe it's because it's near this rich soil, so the bacteria is probably like helping out or something. What we're going to do is take a hoe now and hit the rich soil just like that, and this is now ready to be planted in. Now you can get tomato seeds from the wild tomatoes. I can just harvest the onions. As for the cabbage, I need cabbage seeds. I'm going to plant some crops here. And unfortunately we can't plant the rice. That compost turned so quickly. With this rich soil, you can plant some mushrooms in here. So we're going to plant some mushrooms here, and they are going to grow into these really tall mushrooms that you can harvest and either replant or use in recipes. Compost calls for a lot of ingredients. You can make something temporarily until you get compost. So we're going to turn this dirt into delight dirt. And once we get this delight dirt, we can plant it here and hit it with a hoe. This is an alternative, well, I wouldn't call it an alternative to compost because this is not as rich as compost. What do we do with all of these crops? You can use chests and cabinets, but there's actually a cooler way to store them, and that is by using crates. So we're going to take the crafting table and we're going to place 9 of these crops all together, and you can go ahead and make a crate. You can do this with tomatoes, onions, cabbage, beetroots, carrots, and potatoes. Those are all the crops you can make crates out of. And it looks like there's so many tomatoes in there, you'll never believe that there's 9. You can just place the crate in there and you'll get all of those 9 tomatoes back. That is pretty much it for the cultivation section of this add-on. How you cultivate all of these crops and get the base ingredients for the foods we're about to make. All you need to do now is know how to use the cutting board. So if I go ahead and hit a sign with the axe, I'll get bark and a oak strip log. You can also get some from a door as well, and a trapdoor. With a pickaxe and a cutting board, you can chop all of these blocks right here into pieces. So if you use a shears on leather items, you can turn them back into leather. So I'm going to take a shovel and just hit this clay. Yes, I should get a clay ball. If you go ahead and smelt them in a furnace, you can turn these into bricks. Now that you know the things that you can do with the cutting board, now it's time to learn how to obtain all of the food that you need. And the most important things you'll need, of course, is a cutting board and a knife. If you place a flour on a cutting board, you'll get the dye. The same thing goes for a ink sac. If you place cake or any type of pie on the cutting board, you can use a knife to slice it. So any type of pie, you should be able to get slices. And the same thing goes for melons and pumpkins. As for the wild crops, if you obtain any wild crops, I guess you have to hit these with silk touch, because I don't think it'll just give you wild crops like that. But yeah, if you hit wild crops with a knife, you'll get dye and that crop. So as you can see, I got a potato from that and some dye. And as for rice, you'll get straw and rice. That is actually our first food crop that we just made. Both salmon and cod, in both the raw and cooked versions, you'll get the slices. So if you put cooked cod here, we'll get cooked cod slices. The same thing goes for salmon. If it's cooked or not, you'll get the slices. So we got some salmon slices. Wait, oh, we got some bone meal as well, so you'll also get bone meal. That is how you can get some fish slices for the recipes. And then as for the mutton, you'll get mutton chops. The raw chicken, you'll get chicken cuts. As for pork chop, you'll get bacon from this. You should be able to get some bacon. There we go, now we have bacon. How do we get ham in Farmer's Delight? Well, first you have to kill a pig with a knife. I'm so sorry, pigs. Why is there a dog in here? You'll still get pork chops, so you can go ahead and make bacon with the pork chops, and that is how you obtain ham. I'm so sorry this puppy here had to witness that. You can turn the ham back into pork and you'll get bones. So you can use this for compost. So that's another way to get some items for compost. If you place beef on the cutting board, you'll get minced beef. And lastly, you can turn dough into spaghetti and chop the kelp roll into pieces. Now that you know the basics of the cutting board, you can now go ahead and make any food that you want. So let's show you how to craft the stove. So this right here is the crafted recipe for the stove. You just hit the wall because for some reason you can't place it like that. So yeah, so now we have the skillet and the stove. These are the two most important things, guys, because we can use this to make some... Look at how they turn around. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, they finished quickly. But there we go. Look at how they just pop up like a toaster. Okay. And as for the cooking pot, you can use this to craft all of the foods. So these are the feast foods, and you can place these down and just enjoy them on your own, or you can eat them with a friend. So we can go ahead and take slices. And the best part is that they give you some amazing abilities. So if we place down some chicken here, let's get some... Oh my goodness, I was not expecting like to be able to eat like the whole back part of the chicken like that. I thought like a wing would come out. You can always let me know what other add-ons you'd like me to showcase. Full credits again to Puppy200Mine for making this add-on. He ported this from Java Edition into Bedrock, so this is the unofficial port. Also guys, if you guys have enjoyed, be sure to subscribe for more add-on showcases like this and build tutorials. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye everyone. Oh, I accidentally placed pie on the floor.